I respect them coming forward with the Craven trailer. If y'all didn't know it, a Craven show is in the works, and I think it's a good move because post Endgame, I swear the casual superhero fans have been playing with our name, talking about superhero fatigue. They were saying all kinds of shit. I don't really think that's what it is. I just think that, like, I'm not gonna lie, we were missing on a lot of projects. The whole list of shows that came out, some of them were alright, a lot of them were bogus, and the movies. I mean, the dumpster fire that was Phase 4 of the MCU, my god, and we can't really look at DC for anything live action. Invincible was holding it down. The boys, shook the room a little bit. But in terms of like the staples, the Marvel DC, the Thanos machine, yeah, we kind of dropped the ball there. But we're clawing our way out slowly. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had the Guardians 3 that made a little bit of noise. Deadpool Wolverine received fairly well. I'm happy that, different people are getting shows though. I saw a tweet talking about, like, oh, Vision is getting a show. I don't know who the fuck is looking for a Vision show, but what I saw that was like, it kind of got me a little bit hyped was that Ultron was supposed to be in there. I think Ultron is probably like one of the biggest waste of potentials in the MCU. To this day, I still don't even know why we hate Avengers 2. Like, really, to me, Avengers 2, it's my personal favorite Avengers. I think when it comes to the Avengers movies, like, it's almost impossible to rank them. Why? Because, like, the Avengers movies were such, like, moments that you can't really ever talk down on one except for, Age of Ultron without it seeming like, you just, what I'm saying? Like, you're pissing on somebody's grave. Avengers Infinity War, untouchable. Like, I think it's almost like the magnum opus of superhero movies. Avengers 1, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a classic of classics. When it comes to Avengers Endgame, and I know it outgrossed, Infinity War, but listen, like, it was off of the back of Infinity War. If Infinity War wasn't as good as it was, nobody would be lined up at the theater for Endgame. I need y'all to understand that. The movie was just so predictable. I think more so what it was like a celebration of, the Thanos or the Infinity Saga, right? It wasn't really a movie in and of itself. Age of Ultron was just, one, squabbles, all right? But two, I think, like, when you actually listen to Ultron, bro, like, the bars he drops, like, bro, those writers were really in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, that pen was on fire. Ultron as a villain, I think, was just such a dope concept. I really think he was one of the first villains. Baron Zemo did it in Civil War too, but he was one of the first villains to point out the hypocrisy, in my opinion, of the Avengers. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought it was really dope, and the fact that he was created by Tony and, like, almost like a flip side of Jarvis. Nah. Ultron was that motherfucker. I really do think that, like, MCU villains. I mean, Josh Brolin, like, Thanos, obviously won. After Thanos, yo, Ultron is banging it out with the best of them. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I'm getting distracted. But yeah, I think the breadth of superheroes is just so, like, there's just so much to explore that, like, even the Madam Web movie that kind of just came and went. I didn't really see anybody talk about it afterwards. Was it good? No, it wasn't good. But I do think that I'm happy that we're, like, exploring shit like that. And it kind of seems like, Sony's trying to make their own, like, Spider-Man universe thing going on. And I respect it as much as, like, I don't think Madam Web was, the greatest film. I hope that they continue to, put a little bit of money in that bucket, and hopefully it can flip out to be something better. Like, I genuinely hope, like, no bullshit, bro. I genuinely hope that it, develops into something else. But yeah, Craven the Hunter. Craven is probably my favorite Spider-Man villain. I'm not gonna lie, bro. There is no bigger superhero in terms of Marvel than Spider-Man. All right. I will say though, bro. Listen, for how big Spider-Man is, bro, them villains, they're not it, bro. They're just not it. They're just not it. Like, fam, like, you got the Vulture, he's just a big ass Vulture. You got Rhino, he's just a big ass Rhino. You got Electro, who, I mean, his powers aren't lame or whatever, but really you're just like there's no like charisma, there's no personality. Like he's not necessarily tough, but he doesn't really have like he doesn't rattle off jokes and have that like that jokester personality that like a Riddler would have. He doesn't command the presence like, you know, Zod or some shit. Scorpion is a big ass scorpion. Bro, none of Spider-Man's villains, in my opinion, are like, you know what I'm saying? Like they have sauce like that. Venom, I mean, it doesn't really get much cooler than Venom in my opinion. Doc Ock, I'm sorry. Doc Ock is valid. Doc Ock, bona fide villain. Green Goblin, I say all of that to say, I think Craven is one of the better Spider-Man villains. He's really a motherfucker that's about that action and like gets you to take him seriously to a certain degree. I don't really get that vibe off of any of the Spider-Man villains except Craven, I want to say, Doc Ock, and a little bit of the Green Goblin. The rest of them, they gots to go, bro. They gots to go. So I'm happy he's getting a show. I'm a little weary because, you know, he's a protagonist, obviously it's his show, but I feel like maybe I'm just not the best writer. I mean, I don't write, but does protagonist have to mean good guy? Because I feel like when I'm watching these trailers, they're kind of like blurring the line of like is he a good guy, is he not? I'm starting to gather that maybe we're watching him turn from a good guy to a bad guy, but I didn't necessarily need that arc. You know what I'm saying? Like really, like he could have just been a regular hunter who started to, you know, to like the taste of blood a little too much, and obviously eventually ends up like hunting real people. Shit, I was about to get in my English teacher bag. Have y'all read The Most Dangerous Game? One of my English teachers in high school made us read that shit, and it was actually a decent read. I don't know if it was 9th or 10th grade, but yeah, it's just about a dude who goes to this guy's island. The guy's a hunter, and he essentially finds out that like, oh, the hunter really wants to hunt him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I didn't really need Craven to have some like weird. I used to be good, but then I found the dark side or whatever. I don't need Craven Skywalker. All right, like I'm good on that. I think they're trying to convince us that he got bit by a radioactive lion. Bro, cut all of that shit out. We don't need any of that. Like he's just a dude who's really good at hunting. Like give me that story. You know what I mean? But again, super stoked that we're getting this story. Yeah, I think this is the bunch to like, you know, just we're buzzing a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Like shout out the Sonic trailer that dropped too. Bombshell, baby. Yeah. I was literally at the back of my mind, I was like, they don't really make trilogies like they used to. And then my band Sonic came out with the, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo. Yeah, no, it just makes me happy, like, how much motion is going through it. Like, bro, I remember back in the day playing the video games. That's more so where I know Sonic from. I tried to actually get into, like, is it Sonic X? I watched the first couple episodes. That shit was fire. But yeah, no, like, just seeing motherfuckers excited about nerd shit again for a second. Because I think, like, bro, at the peak of our powers, we had everything locked down. I want to say that 2010 to, like, 2018 stretch, banger after banger after banger, and then we hit a dry spell. But it's just dope to see motherfuckers excited about shit again. And like Sonic, I'm not gonna lie, I've always been a Sonic over Mario dude, bro. Like Mario vs Sonic Olympics, bro, it's Sonic every goddamn day. But yeah, no, it's dope that they were able to secure Keanu Reeves for the voice acting. I'm not gonna lie, I was doubtful when I first saw that, but it works. Like I actually, at least based off the slight snippets I've been seeing, ooh, excuse me, on the trailer, I think it works. I actually kind of wanted to get into voice acting myself. I wonder if I could, you know, if I could make that happen somehow. Definitely not on, you know, shit. I don't think I'm voicing anything on the Sonic thing, but I think I might look into some like indie games or something like that. That potentially are looking to, you know, take a chance on me, man. Like I'd be down. I think it'd be dope. But you're